up, Bruchminati? What? And as you can see right now, from your screen, 1950 Sweden won out in a landslide. Perhaps the biggest victory of all time in voting. I don't know if just everybody wanted Sweden or the other two votes blew, but you went Sweden hard. Now the plan here is, I am not going to throw down Guderian and Manstein. They will just get nuked. In fact, I probably won't use them until Russia's completely out of it. At least until I capture all these Russian cities. Then I'll probably throw them down and have them head off into China. I will, however, use my artillery generals. Need to take Helsinki, need a second city pretty quick. You don't want it to be where if the Russians happen to nuke you and they take that city, your game's over. You want at least 2 cities. Force them to have to attack 2 cities. Also, with this, I'm going to kind of hang back and let their generals come to me. This is a tactic you've seen me use before. Let them come to you, destroy them, and then press your attack pretty hard. Now, I will keep attacking Finland, though. Now, people in the comments, every so often, tell me I shouldn't use the generals. Were so many of them. But I worked my ass off for them, bros. Like, you have actually seen me. Like, when I started out, I think my first video was Iran, and I don't even know for sure if I had Manstein at that time. I mean, you've literally see my generals, my 5-star generals grow throughout my series, and mostly in the last 2 months, 2 or 3 months, because that's when I got my final wonder up that produced medals. Not to mention I worked my ass off to get the wonders that produced the medals, and then not only did I work my ass off to release them to be built, then you gotta pay for them to be built. Like the Terracotta Army one that gives you 3 medals, it took 120,000 technology to build. So anyways, you watched me like play with shit generals. Like when I first started this out, and probably halfway through, I had like 3 and 4-star generals. Besides, at some point I bought Manstein. I don't remember when that was. But you've seen like what I used to have to do before I had generals. Like, if you remember, I used to have to build a huge line from like Tehran all the way to Chongqing of just super heavies. Just like a whole line, or a whole line of heavy tanks. I mean, that's what you'd have to do if you didn't have generals. And that's what I did. And you've seen me do that. And once in a while, I still do that. If the, if the layout of the battle is such that I need that to happen, I will still do that. See, I'm going to let these guys come right into my trap. Thin them out, and then roll in. So far, I'm only using these artillery generals. I'm surprised that they haven't got nuked yet. Like, if I didn't have the artillery generals right now, what would I be doing? I would just be spamming field artilleries. That's all you could do. And the only time that I remember that there was a country that I couldn't beat without my generals. That would be like South Korea. There's no way I could have beat South Korea without generals. And I mean, there's some other ones that would have been pretty hard, maybe like North Korea, both in 1960. But, or is it 1950? Well, there was like one or two that would be pretty hard without generals. But the main thing, and I can't stress this enough, like what helped me out the most starting out was not my generals, because you've seen I had shit generals. But my technology was fully upgraded. I had fully upgraded artillery. I had fully upgraded tanks. And I couldn't even hang with the alien conquest hardly for shit. I mean, I rage quit a lot of times until I had my technology up. It wasn't when I got my generals, it was when my technology was maxed that gave me the edge. So I would say definitely up your technology. Artillery and tank. So if I didn't have these generals right now, I would just be spamming field artillery. Just spam the shit out of field artillery. The ion cannon does help out a lot. I haven't upgraded that though. It could definitely use some upgrading, but I just wanted to get my generals. Oh! Did I tell you guys my new general last video? I don't think I did. I'm gonna surprise you. I did buy a new general. At some point when the time is right, I will use him. I might have already told you guys. I know I haven't used him yet, but I might have gave you guys the heads up. Okay, we have thinned out their generals. Now another thing, if you don't have all the generals and you're not very strong, just set back and let the generals like spread out, because they're going to work their way into like Central Europe. You know, they're going to focus on the lowlands of like Northern Europe and, you know, Central Europe. But if you charge in there, they will all come at you. So just chill out. Let whichever ones are going to come to you and rape them. Pull out the rape whistle. But it's like I said, I've been where you guys are at. I didn't have generals. I think my best generals was like a... See, the problem is I don't remember when I got Manstein. I don't know when I got Manstein. But for a while I was dealing with just crap generals just like you guys. My technology was low just like you guys. And there's stages you just can't pass. There are. I mean, you like South Korea. I mean, I could probably play that again right now and I might lose it. I mean, not only did it take generals and an ion cannon, and it also took a little bit of luck. Like, South Korea is no joke. Alright, now what do I want to do? It looks like they've stalled out already. They're not going to push any further. I can start going in on Poland. I guess I'll take Poland out first. But yeah, for me, using my generals are mostly a way to just speed up the process. You can still get there if you know what to do, just like I said. Spam just a shitload of field artillery. But it's going to take longer. Without good generals, your games are going to take a lot longer. But like I said, more importantly than the generals, you need to upgrade your tech. Especially artillery. Like when I first started out, I used tanks more. Until I found out really just how badass artillery are. I know they don't have the life of, say, a super heavy, or the hit points, but they always seem to last longer. I don't think they take the firepower. I mean, the way the game's set up, I think it targets super heavies right off the bat, but I don't think it gives much shits about artillery. I mean, look, I've had these two artillery generals wrecking up here, and they haven't got hit hard at all. Oh, damn, they pushed hard into Southern Europe. That is something I'm going to have to keep my eye on. Now, how did that happen? I just seen that they were... That's an odd one. They'd pushed all the way past Italy and somehow they just went out. I don't understand. Bombs away. Boom! I forgot about him. After I said I was going to use him, yes, I bought Goring. Oh, damn, he does do some pretty significant damage increase. So it was always my plan to get a Air Force General and move him along with the front. So as soon as I took a good city with a airfield with shit I needed to bomb around it, I could just throw him right down onto it. But yeah, my new general is Goring. I decided to get the land Air Force General, and then, you know, whenever I decide to get the next Air Force General, it will be a sea-oriented Air Force General. Goring is definitely a land-oriented Air Force General. I mean, look how long these generals have lasted. I mean, and they're in the heart of nuke country. That's the other reason I like artillery. Now, when I clear all this shit out, I will gladly throw down some super heavies. Throw on Guderian and Manstein and send them to Chongqing. But, ladies and gentlemen, if I didn't have those, you know exactly what I would do. I would pick whatever city was closest and just start building super heavies. I would have a line stretching around the globe of super heavies, going to wherever I needed to go. I mean, I always used to... That was the tactic I always used to use. Before I had really good generals. Or at least 2 tank generals. Alright, take Minsk, and then I will take Moscow. I think I'll launch my super heavies from Moscow. That seemed to work out alright. Oh, I also need to take up Kiev. Gotta take Kiev before I throw down my super heavies, because they'll get nuked. Damn. France, buddies, I feel bad for you. It looks like you are dealing with some parachute spam. I wish you the best. And that's like heartfelt, because I don't want to go in there and have to deal with all that shit. Like, I hope you guys do well. Sincerely, From the bottom of my heart. I need to start driving pretty hard south before the Russians make it too much further. Oh, that's pretty decent damage. Well, you got the British to back you up at least. Hold on, bros, I'm coming for you. Hold out. I'm almost ready. I just gotta make sure I slow this Soviet advance down. I mean, we wrecked them so hard in the north, they just gave up and went south. They were just like, we're not gonna break the Swedish defense. We need to swing south. Yeah, that's right, bitches. The Swedish defense. It cannot be defeated. It cannot even be penetrated. I'm gonna help them out a little bit. I do occasionally help out my allies with air power, just so I don't have to go back out of my way and with land units. Oh, man, I can't believe that. One of the guys in the comments, I don't even remember who it was, said, hey, the easy way to tell if they're neutral, allies, or enemies is just look at the health bar. It's color-coded. And I was just like, holy shit, dude, you couldn't be more right. How many hours of this game have I thrown down? And didn't even bother looking at that. I mean, I was in shock. I mean, my jaw actually literally dropped. Like, I was just like... It seems so, like... Duh. Like... I mean, I've noticed the health bars were different colors, but I just assumed it was like 4 different countries. The health bar was different. I can't believe I didn't know that, though. So yeah, not that it matters because, yeah, I see Romania's neutral and I'm attacking him anyways. Come on, Goring, get work done. We gotta help out our bros down here. They're getting spammed. Spammed. I'm gonna head to Stalingrad. Go ahead and knock that out. Look like the Iranians are getting frisky down there. We must stop the Iranians. Let's go ahead and... Can we take Moscow? We might be able to. Ooh, with $16 to spare. The other badass thing about upgrading your... Well, like I upgraded the technology, artillery and tank. I just went back and forth, whichever one was cheaper. And then I started working on the Air Force. And the good thing about that is you drop a paratrooper at your max level, you get a commando unit. And you get an increased range to drop your paratroops. I think we'll save the deployment of Guderian and Manstein until our next video. So if you're enjoying this content, go ahead and slap the shit out, like and subscribe, and I will see you back here for our next upload. Peace. Bruchminati out.